Welcome. You have found yourself watching this video because you are at war with your own mind. I am the voice behind philosophical calm, and I am here to help you. Watch this whole video to learn the secrets of the Stoic Mind Reset. It is time to win the war of your mind and transcend the status quo. The normal way most people live their lives is riddled with worry and anxiety. Slaves to their own minds' influence. But what if I told you that it doesn't have to be this way? Our minds race, worrying about things we can't control. We replay past events and anticipate future scenarios, often imagining the worst outcomes. This endless loop of worry can trap us. It becomes a cycle that's hard to break, leading to stress and anxiety. Does your mind race? Do you worry about things you can't control? Do you replay past events and anticipate future scenarios, often imagining the worst outcomes? Does this all sound a little too familiar? The universe has pulled you here for a reason. Stay with us and focus, because you are here to learn 6 powerful principles to take back control of your life. This is a glimpse of the Stoic Mind Reset. Principle 1, dichotomy of control. Principle 2, the power of perception. Principle 3, emotion versus reason. Principle 4, Memento Mori. Principle 5, premeditatio malorum. Principle 6, ultimate presence. It is time for change. Watch along, make notes, and put these principles into practice to retrain your neural pathways to think like a Roman emperor. The abyss of overthinking and catastrophizing. Overthinking isolates us, making it difficult to connect with others and enjoy the present moment. Overthinking feeds on fear and uncertainty. It thrives in an environment where doubt and insecurity are prevalent. It magnifies problems and creates new ones. Small issues become overwhelming, and we find ourselves stuck in a web of our own making. But there's a way out. We can learn to manage our thoughts and break free from the overthinking trap. The ancient Stoics offer a path to freedom from overthinking. Their wisdom provides timeless strategies for mental clarity and peace. Keep watching to receive this ancient and life-changing wisdom. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control. By directing our attention to our own actions and attitudes, we can reduce unnecessary worry. Our thoughts, our actions, our responses to challenges, these are our true domain. We have the power to choose how we react to life's difficulties. Master your inner world and you will find strength through inner peace. Mindfulness, meditation, reframing, and self-observation. These are tools that help us stay grounded and present. The whole of overthinking, a constant loop of what-ifs and why-nots. It's a mental habit that keeps us trapped, drained, and disconnected from the present moment. But what if philosophy, with its timeless wisdom, could offer a way out? In this video, you will learn to free yourself from your chronic thoughts. You will come to understand and overcome the spiral of overthinking. You will learn the Stoic Mind Reset. Principle 1. The Dichotomy of Control. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will." Epictetus also said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." The Stoics believed overthinking often stems from obsessing over things we cannot control, such as the past, the future, or other people's opinions. You should only focus on what you can control: your actions, thoughts, and attitudes. By letting go of unnecessary mental chatter about external events, you reclaim mental clarity and peace. Overthinking often stems from worrying about things outside your control. What others think, the future, or past mistakes. All these things are reactions within your control, yet you choose to respond in a way that breeds negativity and toxicity within your body, mind, and spirit. Why? Because your mind is controlling you. Now it is time for you to control your mind. This is where you apply Stoic Reset Principle 1. Next time you catch yourself overthinking or reacting negatively, I want you to recognize this thought pattern and say to yourself, "Is this within my control?" If it is, then change it. If it isn't, accept it and let it go. Remember, events are neither good or bad. They just are. Stop assigning meaning to phenomena and just accept things exactly the way they are. This simple concept will transform your entire life. Seneca, another prominent Stoic, reminds us we are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. This insight highlights the power of our minds to create unnecessary suffering through fear and worry. Our minds create much of our suffering, often magnifying problems that are not as severe as they seem. By recognizing this, we can begin to shift our perspective and reduce our mental anguish. This is the essence of Principle 1. From now on, I want you to refer to it as the autonomy of control. Use this concept to regain autonomy over your mind. Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This timeless wisdom emphasizes the importance of maintaining a positive and rational mindset. Our thoughts shape our reality, influencing how we perceive and interact with the world around us. By cultivating a disciplined mind, we can create a more fulfilling and contented life. This is Principle 2 in action: the power of perception. Your perception is extremely powerful. It can be a trickster, making you see the worst in everything. Or it can make you an unstoppable force, living in a state of joy and abundance. Your perception is a tool to train your mind to see the opportunity in everything. This tool is Stoic Reset Principle 2. Next time you catch yourself in a pattern of negative thinking, I want you to interrupt that pattern with the questions: what good can come of this, and what lesson is hidden here? This is known as reframing. Reframing is a powerful tool you can use to shift your perspective in an instant. Reframing de-escalates anxiety and anger by making you the conscious observer and master of your thoughts, rather than a passive slave to them. Stuck in traffic? Good, that's an opportunity to practice patience. You lost your job? Good. That is an opportunity to update your resume and get a better job. Someone you love deeply dies. What would have happened if they had never lived in the first place? What an opportunity to reflect on how lucky you are to have lived with them and loved them in such a brief blip in this thing we call time. Close your eyes for a moment. Now imagine a boat on a vast ocean. The boat is caught in the midst of a violent storm, being thrown back and forth. In your life, you can be the boat, or you can be the storm. The choice is yours. Principle 3. Emotion versus reason. We have the power to hold no opinion about a thing and to not let it upset our state of mind, for things have no natural power to shape our judgments. This was uttered in the famous Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. In this quote, Marcus Aurelius invites us to take note of the fact that emotions are natural, but they don't need to control you. Observe your feelings without judgment and pause before reacting. You can always respond with reason, not impulse. This is the internal battle we all must wager. The fight between emotion and reason. The illogical mind versus the logical mind. You cannot have one without the other, but you must temper them to exist in balance. This is principle 3. How can you apply this in your life? Next time you feel a buildup of a negative emotion such as anger, jealousy, or rage, bring your focus to your breath. Take a deep breath in and slowly let it out. Visualize this air as the negative emotion being purged from your body. Relax your shoulders and unclench your fists. You should do all of this before you utter another word. At this point, your logical mind should come back to you as your senses recover and you regain control over your biology. This technique from Principle 3 I call the purge. This is extremely difficult to do, but once mastered, you will be the calmest person in any situation. This makes you a powerful and dangerous person. I personally have trained and competed in martial arts for over 30 years. You know what the most difficult part of this is? Not a specific punch or kick, nor a grappling technique or kata. It's not fitness or injury. It's keeping calm and controlling my emotions. In the midst of sparring, the veil of rage can drop in an instant. The true mastery of the martial arts lies in the control of your reactions and emotions. This is the same in life. Once you understand this, a feeling of inner peace and acceptance of everything will fall upon you. You will never be the same again. Principle 4. Memento Mori. Remember, you must die. Memento Mori is a simple but profound concept. Remember, you must die. This invites us to contemplate the impermanence of life, to bring clarity and perspective to our thoughts and actions. Remember that time is your most valuable resource. Picture yourself as a Roman general returning back to Rome, victorious from battle. All of Rome greets you as you enter the vast city on your chariot. You hear the chants of glory from the crowds. Women throw themselves at your feet. You are showered with compliments and gifts. Then suddenly among the noise you hear a whisper in your ear. Memento Mori. Remember, you must die. This was an actual Stoic practice by the Romans to ensure their generals did not lose themselves to their own ego. This phrase was repeatedly uttered by an accompanying companion or slave. Employing Memento Mori in your life is simple. Each morning, reflect on the fact that today could be your last. Use this awareness to focus on what truly matters and act with purpose. This principle is a continual reflection on the impermanence of life. You are born, you live, and you die. Remember, ego is the enemy. If this were the last day of your life, how would you spend it? Now take what's left of your life and live it properly. Principle 5. Premeditatio malorum. The premeditation of evils. What is quite unlooked for is more crushing in its effect, and unexpectedness adds to the weight of a disaster. This is a reason for ensuring that nothing ever takes us by surprise. We should project our thoughts ahead of us at every turn and have in mind every possible eventuality, instead of only the usual course of events. This is the Stoic philosopher Seneca describing the practice and importance of premeditatio malorum. It is a Stoic practice where you visualize potential challenges or adversities before they happen. The goal is not to dwell on negativity, but to prepare your mind for the inevitable obstacles life presents. By practicing premeditatio malorum, you transform potential stress into an opportunity for growth and wisdom. The practice of facing potential fears mentally makes them feel less overwhelming in reality. This reduces anxiety and creates a calm mind. It prepares you to act with composure and adaptability during unexpected events. This builds resilience and an iron will. It reminds you that setbacks are temporary and manageable. Just like your reactions to any event, this builds a strong and flexible perspective. Applying premeditatio malorum into your life involves 3 key steps. Step 1. Identify a situation. Think of an upcoming event or decision that may be challenging. Step 2. Visualize outcomes. Imagine various difficulties that could arise, such as delays, disagreements, or failures. Step 3. Plan your response. Reflect on how you would calmly and constructively handle these scenarios. This practice dates back thousands of years. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca practiced premeditatio malorum themselves. Now you can benefit from their knowledge and wisdom and apply this concept to your life. Principle 6. Ultimate presence and the myth of Sisyphus. In Greek mythology, Sisyphus was condemned to push a boulder up a hill for eternity. His punishment was a reflection of his cunning and deceitful nature during his life. Each time he neared the top, the boulder would roll back down, forcing him to start over. This endless cycle of effort and failure seemed like the ultimate form of futility. This seems like a cruel punishment, a never-ending task with no hope of success. It's easy to see why many would view Sisyphus's fate as a symbol of despair. At first, Sisyphus was bitter and resentful, spending his days cursing the gods and his life whilst performing his tortuous task. But one day the gods noticed a change. As they turned their gaze to revel in his torture, they found he was smiling. Sisyphus had accepted his fate. He had embraced the thusness of reality. For the rest of eternity, he chose to complete his task in a state of pure joy. Imagine what would happen in your life if you did the same. As we have revealed here, the Stoics also saw a different lesson in Sisyphus's plight. They believed that his story held a deeper, more profound meaning. They focused on his perseverance, his unwavering determination in the face of absurdity. To the Stoics, Sisyphus was not just a figure of tragedy, but a symbol of resilience. You can be this figure in your own life, for yourself and others. They saw that even in a seemingly hopeless situation, we always have a choice. We can choose how we respond to our circumstances, no matter how dire they may seem. We can choose our attitude. By adopting a mindset of acceptance and determination, we can transform our struggles into opportunities for growth. We can find meaning in our struggles. The act of pushing the boulder, despite its inevitable fall, becomes a testament to human spirit and endurance. We can embrace the present moment, even when it is difficult, by living fully in the now. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom. It teaches us that our power lies not in changing our fate, but in changing our perspective. This is living with ultimate presence. Embrace and practice the 6 Stoic reset principles you have learnt in this video. From this moment, you are the main character in your story. You are in control. You have been reset. Before we summarize the 6 Stoic reset principles for you to write down and memorize, I'd like to take this opportunity to sincerely ask for you to subscribe to Philosophical Calm to support the channel in its early stages of growth. If you could like the video and rewatch this video and others on the channel, I would be eternally grateful. A huge amount of time and effort has gone into this video, as well as a lifetime of my own personal research and soul searching. I wanted to pass it on to help you and others in your journey. I wish for you a life of joy and abundance. Thank you.